All right, here we are. Thank you so much for joining today. Welcome to the this is a combined meeting, you could say. It's like the Beyond Body Day 23, and we start today also with the In Spirit meetings, and you're welcome to discover what it means. If you feel like staying, you're welcome to do that. It is like you have to experience it. You have to be you have to be introduced to what we're actually going to do. And that's exactly what's happening in the introduction meeting. So today I want to start with the Beyond the Body meditation. And that is quite like, I used words from the lesson of today. Lesson 92 of A Course in Miracles, the daily lesson. And since it's such beautiful instruction or invitation to going into light, to come into communication, I thought that was wonderful to use that today. So that's what I'm going to do. Let yourself be brought to self. Miracles are seen in light. I cannot see in darkness. Let the light of holiness and truth light up my mind, and let me see the innocence within. Miracles are seen in light. I cannot see in darkness. The light of holiness and truth lights up my mind, and let me see the innocence within. Miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one. I see through strength the gift of God to me. My weakness is the dark. His gifts dispel. By giving me his strength to take its place. Miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one. I see through strength the gift of God to me. My weakness is the dark his gift dispels, by giving me his strength to take its place. The light of strength is constant, sure as love, forever glad to give itself away, because it cannot give but to itself. No one can ask in vain to share its sight, and none who enters its abode can leave without a miracle before his eyes, and strength and light abiding in his heart. Let yourself be brought unto yourself. Its strength will be the light in which the gift of sight is given you. Leave then the dark a little while today, and we will practice seeing in the light, closing the body's eyes and asking truth to show us how to find the meeting place of self and self, where light and strength are one. let yourself be brought unto yourself. Its strength will be the light in which the gift of sight is given you. Leave then the dark a little while today, and we will practice seeing in the light, closing the body's eyes and asking truth to show us how to find the meeting place of self and self, where light and strength are one.
Laissez-vous porter par votre soi. Les miracles se voient dans la lumière. Je ne peux pas voir dans l'obscurité que la lumière de la sainteté et de la vérité illumine mon esprit et que je vois l'innocence intérieure. Les miracles se voient dans la lumière, et la lumière et la force ne font qu'un. Je vois à travers la force le don de Dieu pour moi. Ma faiblesse et l'obscurité que son don dissipe en me donnant sa force pour prendre sa place.
This confusion, a crucial source of the ego's off-balance state, is the lack of discrimination between impulses from God and from the body. Any thought system which makes this confusion must be insane. A crucial source of the ego's off-balance state is the lack of discrimination between impulses from God and from the body. Any thought system which makes this confusion must be insane. So I put right underneath of it the idea of a question. Any questions? Any questions about what this is about? I'm like, wow. Yeah, that's the main source of confusion, really. So that comes back all the time until it's clear, really, like that. It's like, what impulses are from God and which are my physical impulses that I credit as needs and desires and all this. It's like, it also is subconscious. It comes from, say, from your subconscious. So you're not aware of them, but suddenly they come up. Now, to distinguish between what is a bodily impulse and what is actually a God impulse is where the confusion lies. It's like you misinterpret that. You think you have physical needs, you think you have this, you think you have that. Well, if you would stay with that for just a moment and let that fall into place, you could say, and not directly auto-respond to the impulse, then you have a chance of having a different experience. Because in fact it is not about, say, the instant gratification of physical impulses. And as a human being, you're very much programmed to do so. Like, I need coffee now, I need water now, I need this now, I need that. It's too hot, it's too cold, I want to adjust, I want to... It's too noisy, it's too this, it's too that. Well, you actually missed the point, like you missed the possibility of staying with it for a moment, going through the first impulses of responding to the situation, and opening up for what is actually occurring, because it is not what it appeared to be in the first place. No matter what the impulse is, it's like it is not what it appears to be. Now here's a possibility to go beyond the physical impulses and actually experience a miracle, or see the beauty in something, like just like we practiced in the meditation, or come in touch with the innocence that is in front of you, instead of, like the three-dimensional instant gratification machine that needs to gratify itself and is always in need and is never satisfied. It always wants more and perpetuates its own situation and misinterprets it constantly, and is confused afterwards because it doesn't give that what you actually were looking for. So that's another thing. It's like the instant gratification of the impulse doesn't satisfy what is actually the impulse. It doesn't. That's why it's repeating. So if it would completely satisfy, then you won't have to repeat it. Now it would be unique in its sort, and it would be creative, and it would be different. Now this is huge. So it's like that. There's a lot to learn, in a certain sense, to learn there by just staying present, letting it, say, coming out of darkness, the darkness of your mind of instant gratification to impulses, and the need to adjust to discomfort, to immediately respond to it, adjusting your situation, adjusting everything that's occurring. Like you wanna have a hand in it, in other words. While if you would just stay put for a moment, things can change because you misinterpreted the situation. That what's coming up through you is not what you thought it was. Now, so to discover what it truly is, you will have to wait a moment and listen and be open and receptive. Then you can see what it's actually about. Now, this is a huge part of the training that we do. It really is. We'll look at your day, how many times you give in to, in fact, an instant gratification because you feel something, it needs to happen now, it needs to be adjusted, it needs to be taken care of. You cannot live with the intensity. It needs to already find a way by your choice that you think will, in fact, release that need, which it doesn't. But yeah, you got used to that. So even that you accept. Missing the opportunity to come in touch with the innocence that lies beyond it. So that's why nothing is what it seems. You're never in the situation for your reasons, for the reason that you think everything is looking different. It has nothing to do with your ideas. And also the impulses that you're aware of have nothing to do with your ideas about it. The need or the intensity that you're feeling has nothing to do with person, situation, or event. So it's beyond the time definition. Now you come in touch with that, and you're, in fact, this is what we said the other day too, is like you enter into the real world with real moments, with real feelings, with real connection, with real communication, because you didn't make it up, you just allowed it to be what it is. And that's so great to me. That's such an incredible gift. You can't believe it until you see it happen. So yeah, this is what I give away, because it's like, it's too good not to be aware of it. It's like everything is offered. Complete release of all imprisonment is offered in every instant. And it doesn't look like that at all. No, nothing looks like what it's supposed to be. It always looks like failure or confusion or doubt, or it looks like this, the intensities that you cannot resist, that you cannot deal with. You always interpret as failure, as losing, as not doing it right, as minority ideas, while it has nothing to do with that. So the intensities that you feel are in fact an invitation to communication and nothing else. So that's with fear impulses, that's with even with sexual impulses. It is with your need to adjust, or your need to control. All of this. So it's beautiful. So this whole field opens up right in front of us by just, in fact, reading this, but also practicing, staying for a moment in the light of communication, and deeply breathing that in, taking time to feel that, to let yourself be affected, to let yourself melt, to let yourself lose control, to let yourself breathe, in fact, or release. So that's the safe haven where we meet. This is our meeting space. This is our healing center in that sense. This is our healing circle.